So currently, local social media, so a conversation, one viral video as Parky has to do with tithing. And I'm so, am I ever penny Captain Smart about the channel you host? How soon as stand on Yaa Brefo and so about channel you but some like on the 1st of February 2026. Our Methodist just a Wosunyana make Wesley Cathedral. I have Gospel 24. Now a Reverend Dr. Bruce and I just say all church. Message so be me a subscribe button so now click a bell notification icon. So feel free to subscribe to our comment section mo. Now watch videos so I'm for so and be a na me cow. Say last month's food center still are not there in the food business. Almost serving Ghanaians amazing dishes. Samuel last month for eba o event na sinti frɛ last month for no be year catering ni nyina fa ma o event na say your mutuo fried rice jollof rice aduane bi a opɛ dessert bi a opɛ drink bi a opɛ homemade handmade ni na no last month for ɛwɔ honom so be serve ama o event no at the muson ko fa na bes no na form no be ye aduane ne fa ma na eba come on so day no 1st of February 2026 sad that way and I just say osofo or Wesley Cathedral, Methodist Wosunyane, or in the person of very Reverend Dr. Solomon Bruce, a lady in our church. Now, on that day, the topic was tithing into a more English service and a more tree service. Okwa YouTube channel also currently already tree service because the tree service and a hit and happen as a software church and a software say. And sorry, man, no moon to your tithe because tithe and share or more moon to your tithe and arm robbery or more bonya coupon chrono. It is a burglary.
Hi. I had a machine in home, sorry. Ever since the days of your ancestors, you have scorned my decrees and failed to obey them. Now, Mr. Pitete, we Israel for Mapomasem. Now return to me, and I will return to you. Once time, brother, and Mr. Masanyaba, Yaminaka. Israel for once time, brother, and Mr. Masanyaba. And Israel for Mr. Sanyami, quite many and somebody because they be a bas, sorry, they be a sumo. We are always in a church, worshiping you. They don't say, but you ask, how can we return when we have never gone anywhere? Look at the last line. How can we return when we have not gone anywhere? Yanko baby, let us first what is here, Yama. Good meeting, Yanko. Suma Yama. Yamia Jumana, a quay, I don't to find you mean to class service. Now, so in the year. Something I mean, BBI, I don't know what the answer is. Got a question. Yajum Wayano. Yajum Wayano. Then, Yamia say maybe someone some for. Let's read it together. One go. Should people cheat God? Okay, so give another mic. Bring the another cordless mic so that where you have to take it in P.
Now, some of us say, "A dear Mona, you're full mofa." And to
the four, when you're four, I say, now, nipa. A bit cheating, me. The word there is cheat. Will a man cheat God? The NIV says, will a man rob God? God said, yet you have cheated me. You human beings, people of Israel, you have cheated me. Then they said, what do you mean? And I said, what? The people said, God, what do you mean? What do you mean? That God is saying, you have cheated me of hey, what that namu wadian? Now they won't kind of back. God said, yes, the last line. You have of the and due to me. Israel for Mr. Yamina, what do you yafa? How best soon a year for Sissy war? What do you year Yamisi Anne? Who yame? You are cheating on me. Hi, just some of the bano, Monfama. Afaria some of the ba, Monfama. So God described Onipa on your title. When Yami friend said, or you cheat. The NIV will say, or you robber. Will a man rob God? Will a man rob God? I say, yes. Yet you are robbing me. And the other when you fra one say, well, you cheat. Cheat in this say. They are cheating God because we now we are Jew for. Moba na mabashiem na masro nyame adom. Binom de on tight ba me ye de ya osom no. Mo binom de mo baji nhire ne bi na so mo mabi. E cheat because sa woti asori mu na wo ba asori kama na wuntu tight a we are robber. Robber na ya ka no. Rob ROB na ya ka na we are rob tie. Kuro no bono ye wo mu miansa. Ye was stealing. Anopa na aya krono bono. Say no ya bana anti ya ne bag ti ha. Ya ti ya me hwa ne na wa na me safa ne bag mu a. Na me uniform na me diga ne kwa. Eno no stealing. And ya was second grade. Second no ya burglary. Obi fie obakọ na nipa ni ho. No we bu no poma na we wuram. No afa ne bibi de call. That is burglary. So the person is a burglar. On the obupunani no wuram nipa ni ho. And you are the professionals. That's great. We are robbers. I know they were ni gani. No yero. Kimu so kind to you. Fa utuku ibra, fa webra. You could have bet you away and we could sign pa your fan robber. Now Mr. 1 year went to your title, no. They are not stealing. They are not burglary. They are when you met your flower robbers and when them sang yami or when them say a yamedia, no would get the home far. Now Mr. Simon Pana would tear so them I wouldn't your title, or you're there. I'm raw.
Now, they have a common practice. It is not new. What I say, all their church services are. Utumuso makwai Emma during the teachings no obi bisa question and the kakao. It's a very reverend Dr. Solomon Bruce church no I just say Marco for any bisa questions and church members bisa question no. And remember I sorry you know so for more asem ka. What I say? Oh ka say yes sorry mano robbery and title ni the kakao. But sorry so was said you was some ye. I sorry the title I marking scheme just say so be and to me in theater it's a crazy pet. Nasa asem tu nipa na nipa na say yankobua no omo hwe asori demo. And it's true that cathedral is very big. But the numbers no though encouraging no it would have been more than that. But ma me ne kire mu say oh so obi mba asori ni ade a ni na agina sa ade na asofo no nso e de ye nsori ma no.
Bible say ye de tu true mu no awurade amakwan a me yamfa ye nsanka. Yet also be a mostly will be our bedi to so do now you're unrobber.
And you mean I make a Bible?
Bible neka. Papa ye can unrobber enough from war bishop so suffocate to us so. I saw him paying for steward for so we are cron for. Serious.
Okay.
We are cron for. Papa Wokasa no snack can be bishop say. Say Uba mi wun't ya tight. Ubi biwu. Mama oto. Tron one can say ubi biwu a yemfa tight. Enkotia. One kind of woman. Papa said, me made me home yemfa nto ho a. Now can be say obi ye juma contractor. Otimi tia tight. Fine. Me ye juma. Said ye wo kan no sanity. I can pay tight me to me tia. Tight kesi pa. Min tia o. Dear mammy, Tiana say, dear me pen on the bar, dear can me the best, dear me pewa bonsene. Fine. Me mammy bew, me mammy young wee. If a party will be an himself a frimo, or would that a time a moment.
I had to buy the tougher.
And see, dear Papa Janin, come make a savvy, you can be young Casabian man, one on a yatiasi. Papa, dear Tossubium. Tight, no, I walk on one sermon. Me mammy, a baby, who know young wee. No, I bet you are tight to cuckoo dummy. Now I be sorry, my baby, sorry, bad time cool. I be 5 million. Someone family. Now my pay 15 million. They are bet you are tight. I feel the cabo say ASN.
Okay.
Time man, I your welfare no. Not dying no we ma. Obi ye juma. Not what we need to count the year you bet you are tight. Mostly I say obi bi wu nya sama went you are tight. I want ma. or the pet being waha.
Okay.
Papa chain.
No, yet tell me, wouldn't you
Papa de chain. Papa chain. Fine. Time, now you see welfare. Now you're dying with your man. Because on your Jumakran, or bet met you at 10 cities or 5 cities with welfare. Or back up support. Now, on your Juman or better. Now, there be our better, there be our better, and then be you. When your problem, mostly won't you tight into one or better. Already.
The next person.
And at that point, you know, Utmu say we a typical example of insult trap on Chenia or Jiro. Now I say Melko member it me raw. I was sorry dim honomo. And my software but you could see the expression from behind. Say a Melko member say honomo. I say hey. And I say hey. But Captain Smart say, listen, this is right in every sense. It is right, say, Mameno. Ono Captain a Pentecost ni into what we commented is enko casting we. But we say we female version of Captain Smart. Our Wesley Cathedral ho. I just all hear the Lord's doing. Eh nyankopon asem be na mama na kan because mama no when dispute tight.
Yeah, mama we can Methodist asodem no. Asem Methodist asodem no mu atai o mo ache. Aje wonya Captain Smart wo mu ho. One mama no. As I met as if one Captain Smart, my man, unity or cause me a Pentecost to meet me. In every organization, there must be an eagle. My dear, Mamino Casano. So, what's here, Mamini Casani here? Mamino or the tight D or Peneso on your betia, where Tia Bisuda. Then, dear Tiana say, tight in term, and mammy. Ebia wo de what jimu no tight twem me no nkontokwa me no mpre ho ba wo me nyansam ne me nya me summu ne me Kristo summu no ene ma de yom ne me nti ase no enye sa me ko Pentecost nti de kire me tight me ana magye atom wo me ho se esesa boso me so a ese me tua tight. Let me infame tight to tia ndi agro metia da kosi se mewu makata me Bible say mewu eja no eti se mewu a adaka na okwa akoto dia ba besie me no adaka no ntia tight was one said the matum o say da and I say yes o kasa ye no mo ma ye ndi na tem ye ma na mo cause o kasa wi enu mi ni ho ba mi di se sofo no na dwi mu na ntokwa ekoso also kodi bi aties ya sorry dan nim aman jatani na pe baby du nti afa cause jatan tu akodi etu entino about tight tua yen kire ni pano na onti ase about tight tua yen dandan ni pano man nim de yen koduru ho Sorry, now who chose so now want me nya. Me so for job ho. O frame ya me frame na ma ho. Saso le so asene me catch say na me dan me nsa.
Ano na yes sister, and I say mama na Yaa Brefo, and so the betos the head, the mama ne kind de ne kwan so ano no. No tia say bi mu attack mama no say. The mama ne kind na say kwan mama ne fa so kan because either no ohu any issue. Kwan mama ne fa so kan yo, the mama ne kan yo. Of one so or support no ne kwan so ano no
na bako de se mu twagu machi pa ohu Ghana se mu twagu machi na yes of maame yes of maame be ko maame bi akokasa ma ebi kasa bebrebe wa akire Mr. mu ha on sen kwan yo kasa kire sofo na na se dan because of friend papa bra o kire na sen because na Papa chese mo amuntu ya tight mo akromfo. Untu ya tight a wo ye kromfo area nyame. In fact, no crane say asofo ne bi ho no mo preach about tight at home. They have time to preach about tight. The time for salvation is less than time preaching about tight because we hear skadi about there sorry. Bi o kro hear skadi egu botum dia hwene mane yire no. Ebi kasana I say they need to build the church so tight is important. Obi an kase tight ho hia. Tight is important. Christo ni na se de so tua tight. In fact, what say Christo ni Bible. Na what say the Bible konkron. Chire ni yie no to me kan the Bible la. Obeti ase se so tua tight. na yetua tithe for sorry to build it bills for sorry so mutuatua ne ade nti nkenye bad but so the tithe si obi ho kwan se wentua tithe nti ne busuani wu onu wu or problem mu ni akire a then there's a problem with Christianity. That's where the problem is. Not the payment of the tithe, because it is a mrana yasha to home. Because look, no credit eba kupemenka. Christopher no credit why I see look. I have a lot of pastor friends. Me quite sorry me a Christian name like you see COVID by them who say, oh, COVID na bana yen kwa sorry no. They found ways in getting money through social media without thinking about the welfare of the people who they were taking money from, because some were not working. Lockdown 2 weeks. Unless essential workers. And they were still taking money online. And from that time till date, they want to live good lives. Boninim, because Obia should have akatua when they do. But so the obi a oye hia ni a ono nya brebo mpaye wa sorry them for mo amuni time ekoye nyame adwuma ko evangelism na ono no bi a onye adwuma na kwan bi so nti o how bi wo ho na yenya mbisa ye ne ye no yo si akwan se no nti ne busuani wu a monko mo fa ho a it's all right. Let's tell them, and let's call a spade a spade. And then they Ghana ho nsori ni bi akon nsori ho nsori ni bi asofo ni bi ikon nsori ho e wo Ghana ye nyina ye nim sem na kanyame ejapade ne nyame asori dan de enye busu enye sofo bi adea mfa ho so nete ye once a nipa bebre adon abehia na ye so nyame ne nke ni say ye sofo bi na busuafo de and we think it must have like everybody must be a stakeholder or shareholder in the church, but they not just one or two churches. Christopher kind Bible, software kind Bible to Bible. Money is an issue for them. Why is it that no quite sure no or feel that something is wrong going to be international because Nipani is often that's how you a unit free wa at arena free wa ni pasa wa. Why be other fast work and about Charlie? Let's tell the truth and let them know there are some things that may pay with Muslims. Their lifestyle is different. No credit honey a bunting. No credit honey a canting. Do you really know as a church member how these tithes are used? Has somebody done accounts for you? Obia tries to be accountable to you for what you've been paying. Ne, sorry, Anamiko. It's for school and no musi. Yeah, for a church project. If we are saying so, pay now per scholarship, but they tell you they want needy but brilliant. Forget and say nipa ne triae. Ntinka uti bema needy brilliant and bad. But as a church member, you na ye tria sika project offering and na ko obidia. Now say uma percentage bi so ebia we a church member o ko school ni bia. You might bear 40%, 30% discount, 20% discount. There be you. But yeah. Timuma and cancer chili and only and can correct. Instead of woman, you must say, maybe oh, and jay. Not to the man.
I know a former Methodist bishop, I am the person of Reverend Stephen Busomtre, no Boise. On Okasaya was some pa FM, so I'll point out, so of course, there are many and there near Monsem. Mamena handle situation right. Or had dresses of Bruce, I was the one day. But also say, we know it has a little bit of politics to it. Chese. Mikacha said this clip is from 1st of February 2026. 1st of February. So in credibility, if you're more YouTube platform, right? But as to how I can find its way on TikTok in April, no. Also, so what to say elections be babekoso. Until perhaps elections no ho and will be a fast clip no. Dia babeto TikTok so. What I say? Send a baby myself on look some way be nebia. A man call for us in a
yes, say you may dear sin ne na yema afraid for a bemu. Na ebimu kase ɛyɛ maame no ɛwɔ so mo pam no free Methodist asafo no mu ɛno one sample ɛwɔ se yɛ pabo sign maame no every Methodist asafo no mu wɔne yɛ kasa no wɔne ɔmo yɛ adwen ana
anya no ade ne yɛ pabo fi asɔ no yɛn pam obi yɛ nhwɛ asɔ no sɛdo obi yɛ obi na kakyɛ maame ne ba asɔ maame ne ti ya me na sam no yɛ akanka ana ba asɔ no mu enti sɛdo tɛfɛkyɛ ɔsɔfo na wɔre kyerɛkyerɛ no no ɔduru ahema ne baabiara Adam Paul Penny. I said, I have not yet reached. Indeed, they are more called, and I'm very capable to the plan of God. It's my means of water. That's why you're burning prayer. Not a single one, but need an end there for the utility. Now, not in Quebec. Your church, that's on Sinawasa. What do you get? So you won't go for a service to the NDCC. Nimpa would be Kanama NDC Beno. I am not listening. Once in a while, you will not get to the last one. They will go to here. We should not listen back to the last one. May you won't go to here. We should Anglican and not a was on a Catholic castle. What to us, sir? Not a Sunday. You proper to Mother Sasson or Anglican suffer. Then shall see no more to our son. It's my melody in there or easy. Okay, set the presiding to rigidity. Yemo another man when you pay my maximum of Boma, a lot of baby.
Okay. Yeah, but I sent to the our Methodist asafo no mu de obi ye niamo hu bia emre bia ni asore ni mu a e de sanipa ni di.
At all, you need baby.
Okay. Yeah, but I was say.
No, so to be put you baby. No man to theater, you be so soft why they wouldn't believe.
Okay. Okay. Reverend Stephen Bosomtwe ayenso ewe ye beda wase paso ma ho kwama ye no wedding komo.
Papa mamanka efon kwani ni de. Ye sa aforman. Ka bi do na wan twa se ye ko Bible class. Ye wa something fo o wa so no mu. Bi do wona sensasa eni bisa. Ina damadia wo da koto social media ya.
Yeah.
We won't command. Not today. The people will come in the software. What do you think? I put the Magraheb. Our contest into Magraheb.
Oh, okay.
So I saw would be more politics for the Magraheb. They go forgive that person.
Amen.
Not a free incident. They go forgive.
Amen.
For the politics. Let's say that a community who are so many, they didn't pay in a year contest. In terms of them, you do. You have 1 minute.
Me ba jo.
Anya si papa. Anya Christian so. Anya Christian so.
Yo. Reverend ye beda wase pa nyame enhira. Why? Enti no say de wa ye ne de egu asore ne ho fi o. De mame na ye no say egu asore ne ho fi. Okay. Yeah, but that was Reverend Stephen Bosomtwe ayenso, former Methodist Bishop of Obuasi Diocese. I want to say no, it didn't come on. Pato.
And now listen, for me, I've always stood by the woman ever since she had this opinion. Ever since. I stand by the woman. There are reverends, one of them commenting or expressing disappointment, which I understand so much. I mean, I agree that or shares her disappointment, say me take your stance, me support the woman. No? I support the woman, right? But there are also people who are closer to me who know Reverend, very Reverend Dr. Solomon Bruce. I almost say he's an amazing person by all standards. And I don't think the woman was attacking the Reverend in person. I think it was a general because a lot of us, me, my church, ENJ tight, what I say, ENJ tight, if I book into home and can send the Utia tight, Master ENJ Sadiano, through Akumu, so Beman Wama, only be Ubiam question, Ubian can say, when to your tight, was I'm year, but for your Fabian Banks, no Yambe support to know. My church is different. But a lot of Christians and a lot of churchgoers can relate to and some woman, and I think that is the reason to click now viral. As to what the intention of whoever first shared a clip on TikTok was, I don't think that is the reason it's here echo viral. The reason it's echo viral, and they say finally people see themselves through this one woman. Say somebody is confronting issues head on, right? Maybe the timing echo viral no, and maybe what I say, maybe the first person who shared it out of malice, but I'm sure that the reason it's viral, no, because a lot of Christians, a lot of churchgoers, people who have stopped going to church, people who have left Christianity and are now atheists, or what have you, know, can relate to the woman, no, a share or show him say, this is perhaps 3 out of, and I say, make us a 5 out of 10 churchgoers or Christians experience and a woman not share what so them. And I don't think say it was a direct attack at, because okay time in common we course on 1st of February 2026, right? Say woman nine say ma share the boss watch no yes and so forth. So I cover topic we have there and the Mamenka, and people agree with the woman. However, according to former Bishop of Methodist Church, Reverend Stephen Bosom Chidio say on the who say elections there by Basono ain't and will be a shada. I could fast a clip with say maybe what the best says of it. But as I can vouch for the very Reverend Dr. Solomon Bruce. Say based on the conversations I've had with people closer to me, right? He's an amazing person by all standards, and people are more a Wesley Cathedral also can attest to that. Whoever, I mean, but the woman there, I still stand by her 10 toes. I Gossip 24. Magraheb.